Good morning. My name is Dan Olison, and I'm with Careers the Next Generation, an industry-driven foundation that's dedicated to helping young people explore career pathways in areas of skill shortages. Today, we have two teams of two, the team of ladies and the team of guys. And one is serving as a mannequin. The one dressed in blue is serving as a mannequin. The other one is going to be the helper. And every time they see an image of personal protection equipment on my slides, PPE, they have to identify it appropriately and then safely put it on the mannequin. And at the end, we're going to vote together who is ready to start their work today. Okay? Careers gets invited into the schools. And our role is to create awareness with students about career opportunities in the skilled trades. And so I always start my presentation the exact same way. How many of you have been asked, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Everybody's been asked that question? And when people like me come up and ask you that question, how does it make you feel? And when I talk to students, this is what they tell me. They're frustrated, they're confused, they're scared. And as teachers and as parents, we can see that. So we want to help you out, right? So these teachers and these parents, they follow it up by asking you an even crazier question. What are you passionate about? I don't know. If I knew the answer to the first question, I'd know the answer to the second question. What's wrong with you people? You been there? She's like, yeah, I've been there. The challenge that's facing youth today is not video games. The challenge is that we're simply unaware to the horizon of career opportunities that exist. We lack the opportunities to explore those career paths while we're still in high school, and ultimately too many youth are going to leave high school this year saying, I don't know. And for whatever reason, the skilled trades are overlooked, and that's why I'm here to talk about them. To start this journey, students have to understand that your generation, do you guys know that you're expected to change your careers 5 to 15 times before you retire? Did anybody know that? Right? If there was 100 people sitting here right here today, and we got together in 45 years at your retirement party, we could literally be talking about 1,500 different careers. Did you know that? Your career is going to change. I've worked in the construction industry, the retail industry, the restaurant industry, the airline industry, and now not-for-profit. And if anybody came up to me when I was 15, 16, 17 years of age and said, hey, Dan, do you want to talk to young people about their career paths? I would have said, are you nuts? Things are going to change, right? The point is, you might not know what your dream job is, not because you haven't thought about it, because I know that you have. You might not know what it is because you don't even know it exists yet. So how are you expected to answer that question? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? You can't, and it's unfair. So at the end, I'm going to tell you exactly what to say. But to start this, I'm suggesting to students that you start asking 3 simple questions. Who are you? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? What are your strengths? What are your interests? What are your values? What are your morals? What are your weaknesses? But we're so scared of what we're going to admit to and who we have to admit it to, we try to skip this question and get to the where are you going part. And so a lot of students say, oh, I'm going to go get a degree in business. Well, great, then what? I don't know. I'm suggesting to students is that they take who they are and translate that into careers that are actually in need to improve your odds of getting good employment. And then how are you going to get there? What education do you need? What experience do you need? Sure. But you want to know what the hardest part about that step is? Courage. The willingness to take an action step. We're so scared that we're going to make the wrong choice, or if we choose something over here, we're going to miss something over here. And sometimes in career development, we have to be willing to make the wrong choice in order to discover what we don't want to do. And it's time that our teachers and our parents and our employers stood up in front of you and said, yes, that's a good thing. Now you've discovered what you don't want to do, so let's try something else. But we don't get that message. I'm here to tell you it's a real message, and it's a good message. With over 49 different careers in the skilled trades, it's really hard for me to give you one definition that works for them all. But the one thing that they all have in common is they're taking what's going on up here and putting it into here, making, building, creating, fixing, installing everything. Right? If I were to talk about every single trade for only 5 minutes long, I'd be here for 3 hours, and I don't have that kind of time. So I go around and I ask students, do you want to be a glazier? And a lot of students say no. And I say, why? Well, it doesn't really interest me. Well, do you even know what they do? Well, no. Well, then how do you know you don't want to do it? I don't know. A glazier will use architectural metal and glass to install windows in buildings and cars. Look at the fronts of these modern storefronts. They're like works of art, right? So then I ask students all the time, do you want to be a plumber? And they say no. And I say, why? Because I don't want to do that. And I go, yeah, I get it. I don't want to do that either. So what happens if I could describe to you a trade where you're using different construction materials and you're putting this stuff together like Lego, and you're building these complex high-pressure systems of vehicle water and other fluids from one point to another that could be tens, hundreds, if not thousands of feet apart, and you're making 60, 80, 100,000 a year to do that. They're like, yeah, sounds pretty good. I say, too bad you don't want to be a plumber. Right? The trick is not to get everybody in the room to say, okay, Dan, I want to be a plumber now. The point is that there's some trades that you know. There's some trades you don't know, like a glazier. And there's some trades you think you know, and you don't. So what are you basing your decision on? A 20-minute conversation from a guy you've never seen before? A 30-minute conversation with your parents? Is that enough? I'm asking students to explore those opportunities that are in front of them. See, Sam, he came to me when he was in grade 10, and he said, Dan, I really want to be a firefighter. I said, good for you, Sam, that's not what I do. He said, no, you don't understand. I want to go out into the building and construction industry, learn how buildings are built, because this will make me a better firefighter. I said, good, Sam, for grade 10 logic, that's awesome. And he went out in the summer of grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, he graduated, and guess what? He's not a firefighter. Instead, he's going to post-secondary for a degree in construction project management, a career he didn't even know existed before he got out there and explored. This is Christina. Christina is awesome because she's going after her red seal. That's a seal that says you're not only certified to work here in Alberta, but anywhere across Canada, Australia, Europe, United States. They're even recognizing the credentials of this seal. Imagine you could get a career that could take you around the world. The RAP program is what we're best known for. Imagine there was a high school course that you could take in grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, whenever you're ready to start. And imagine that this course allowed you to earn up to 40 credits, or 40% of your high school diploma. Imagine this course was one of the few courses available to you where you actually got paid, giving you the ability to earn while you learn. And students who complete 250 hours, or 10 credits, are eligible for a $1,000 scholarship. You can get all of this before you graduate high school. To be in this program, you have to understand safety. So the Safe Under 18 initiative is about teaching students to understand the awareness, the behavior, and the confidence of what it means to be safe. And to help you be safe, our education partners are going to ask you, you have to complete HCS 3000, HCS 3010. And for those students that are going out into a construction trade, CSTS is free. So that's another 3 credits. So now we're talking about a whole bunch of credits that you can access while exploring a career in a skilled trade. Pretty cool. The hardest part about the program might be the paperwork, and I agree with you. The second hardest part is finding an employer. Who do you know? Your friends' parents, your parents' friends, your aunts, your uncles. Who do you know that can help you get connected? Here's the best part. If you want to be a heavy equipment technician, Careers is going to help you. We have formed relationships with outstanding companies across this province in every community that are excited about injecting youth into their business and showing you the honor and privilege of what it means to be a skilled tradesperson. So Careers is going to be here to help you. That's awesome. You're not on your own, and you have to make safety a priority. A lot of students are going to start in the summertime. 6 to 8 weeks in the summer, and then when school starts again, some students will go to school in the morning and go to work in the afternoons. Some students are going to go to work in the mornings, go to school in the afternoons, and some students are just going to work in the summer, and that's okay. The program is going to flex to your schooling requirements. What happens if you go into it and you don't like it? You can make an educated career decision from your experience. You go in there and say, hey, I didn't like this, but now I'm going to try something else. That's awesome. To be successful in this program, you have to bring 4 things: teamwork, positive attitude, a strong work ethic, and a willingness to learn. Those are the 4 things that you need. See, when I was 17, I was working out in industry, and my manager came up to me and said, Dan, I can't go a single shift without somebody coming up to you and complimenting your level of work. I'm like, yes. You gonna give me a raise? He said, no. We're letting you go. I was fired because I was late 3 times. Not by an hour, not by half an hour, 15 minutes. And my manager said, Dan, you gotta understand, when you're late, you affect the entire team, and if the team can't count on you, you're expendable. Where do you think I started forming the habits of showing up when I felt like it? When it was convenient for me? High school. Who are you, where are you going, and how are you gonna get there? It doesn't start when you graduate from high school. It doesn't start when you go to a job. It doesn't start when you go to post-secondary. It starts today. You have to be willing to work hard and smart. And that's the secret. So what is this presentation about? Is it about careers in the skilled trades? Absolutely. Is it about how Careers is going to facilitate a placement opportunity for you? Sure. But most importantly, this presentation is about you. We're begging you, we're imploring you, explore and discover those career opportunities that are available to you in your community. To get started, we're saying to students, go to our website, go to Trade Secrets, see what these trades have to offer. And I'm challenging you to look at trades you've never even seen before. You might be surprised what you can discover. See their career practitioner or your off-campus coordinator at your school. They can facilitate a program. Identify who that is. Careers, again, can help you. You're going to have to do a safety course, write a resume, and submit a careers application to us. That gives us the ability to help you, and it tells us that you're interested and that you want our help, and we will help you. That's what Careers is. It's not just about creating awareness in the skilled trades. It's not about just placing students in the trades. Careers is about inspiring a higher level of collaboration between our education partners, between our government partners, and between our industries, and most importantly, to build those communities where youth can explore those careers. That's what we're about. And these are some of the people, some of the organizations that believe in us. They believe in you, they believe in youth, they believe in education. To better prepare Alberta for the road ahead, we want to show youth a future worth working for as part of your high school curriculum. So the next time somebody comes up to you and says, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? You can look them straight in the eye and say, I don't know. And if they give you a problem with that, you can send them to me and I'll give them the same presentation. But if you're going to say, I don't know, you're going to follow it up by saying, but I'm going to start here. I'm going to start by doing this, right or wrong, pass or fail. I'm not going to let this fear and this confusion and this anxiety paralyze me anymore. I'm going to explore my relationship to the work in my community. Careers Next Generation has a booth right over there. You can come and talk to us and answer any questions that you may have. But most importantly, Careers the Next Generation is thankful to Skills Alberta for inviting us here today to show you programs, options, and opportunities, right? So now we got our two teams. I think they're properly dressed, right? On this side I have, I'm sorry, what's your name? Ashley. We have Ashley and Cassie. And on this side we have my good dancing friend, Avery and Mike. Yeah. All right. So by round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, who is the best dressed for work today? Is it this team? Yeah, all right, okay, excellent, okay. Or is it this team? I don't know, should we do that one more time? All right, ladies and gentlemen, by vote of applause, by yells, by screams and enthusiasm that you have, is this team the best dressed? Woo! And what about this team? I think they're both winners. What do you say? So we're going to give these two teams a couple of prizes. Does anybody have any questions for me? Good. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your experience today at Skills. And I challenge you, explore the careers that are in front of you. And I challenge you to explore the careers you've never seen before. Have a great afternoon. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Dan, with Careers Next Generation. How's everybody doing out there? You guys ready for some more action on center stage? So coming up next, if we have any girls out there who are wondering, okay, this has been a pretty cool day, but what exactly are all of the opportunities out there, women in trades? If that's a question that you're wondering, we have Dee and Renee who are up next to come and talk to you about that. But before that, let's have a little noise contest to see who can be the loudest for a limited edition Skills Canada Provincials hat. Are you ready? Set, go. Oh, over here it's pretty loud. Okay, one more together. Let's see. Okay, this side, nailed it. This side, also nailed it. Awesome. Hang out for a few minutes. We will be right back up here with our Women in Trades presentation.